Hello and welcome to the Truth of It Is. As you know, I had created a video called The Illuminati Plans for WWIII. Now we are going to speak, or we're going to release a continuation about that very video. So, as you know, today news came out that the US got involved in the war and that Iran and Israel were fighting, as we told you. And now we're going to continue with some other prophecies. And this is all based on what I know and information that I have received that may or may not occur. This is just something that may happen or may not happen, but it is very possible that it is going to occur. And basically what is going to happen is that the Iran and Israel war is going to scale and develop into other Arab countries that are all controlled by the same guys. And they are going to get everyone involved in this war. You may not know this, but there is a prophecy that the Antichrist is going to stem out of the Middle East, around Saudi Arabia or Iran. And this is a prophecy that was made by Prophet Muhammad. And he said that Jews were going to follow this false Antichrist. Other than, on top of that, there is an interest, and this has been planned for a very long time, to get a war between the Arab world and the political Zionism of the Western world. We already see the plan fulfilling in Europe, where hordes and hordes of Muslim people are getting into the country and are creating chaos and importing their culture, their habits. They are raping women and girls. And this is all created to foment hate and division among people. With this hate and division, and by introducing people into places where they do not belong or cannot get adapted to, they're going to create a war in order to subjugate all people into the dogmas or religious dogmas of only a few. And through this subjugation, they want to guide people or goad people towards hate, and just to create the Third World War. They also want to release a new virus, a virus that, like COVID, is respiratory and pulmonary. It affects your lungs, and this one is going to be worse than COVID, and it may be possible that they're going to release a new virus. You will be listening to news that a new virus has accidentally come out of labs, and they don't know where it started, and they're going to tell you the same thing they told you with COVID. Now they're also going to create a false alien invasion. They may create a false alien invasion pretending to be Jesus Christ or any other religious figure to pretend to be good and get people into this stage where they get crazy and just to create a world government based on artificial intelligence, as I told you. And finally, in Israel, Netanyahu is basically, according to Jewish Kabbalistic prophecy, the the last president that is going to pass the scepter of power to the Antichrist, to the Jewish Antichrist, that is going to be followed by many in the Jewish world, in many Jewish sects and Jewish groups that are going to follow this new Antichrist. And it is prophesied by the very Prophet Muhammad that there will be a new Antichrist that will be supported by Jews. Now, when it comes to Germany and Europe, in this same prophecy of the Arabic world, that sadly the teachings of Muhammad have been destroyed and have been manipulated into a false religion based on dogmas. And finally, this religion is going to invade Europe, and the situation is going to get out of control, and the Muslim world is going to get crazy, and people are going to be full of hate towards the Jews and towards the Western world in general, and they're going to establish a global Muslim dictatorship. This is because Donald Trump, who is too a traitor to the United States, and who is just causing chaos. He's also going to. He has already created a global depression, and this global depression is going to destroy capitalism and all these Muslim countries. And after this occurs, the Muslim world is going to get crazy, and then they will be creating a global dictatorship. And these plans, they're going to try to control the people, but it's going to get out of control. Artificial intelligence is also a part of this problem. There is also a Jewish Kabbalistic prophecy to invade and destroy Europe in order to bring this very Jewish Messiah, this very Jewish Antichrist, or Moshiach, who they call Moshiach. So this Moshiach is going to come, they say, when Amalek gets destroyed. So Amalek is identified as, and Edom is identified as European people, and especially German people. So Putin, who is a false double agent and is a twin, is not even Putin anymore. He's already dead. That's a double you see there. It's going to invade more countries in Eastern Europe, and with the support of China, because China and Russia are the same. They're going to invade Germany, who is going to create a new false Hitler type of figure, who he will say he is anti-Semitic and he hates the Jews and all this stuff, but that is not true, and he's just pretending to be hating the Jews, saying he will kill the Jews and exterminate these people, but actually it's just a false dissidents controlled by the Jews themselves in Germany, and they're going to create a war of Europe based upon the war in the Middle East. And the Russians and the Germans, as they planned in the past, are going to kill each other, because one of the plans of the Jewish Kabbalistic leaders, who you may call, who you already know how they're called and how they control the world behind the curtains, is that they want to kill, they want to destroy Edom, and that is Germany and Russia, and they also want to exterminate the Russian peoples, the Slavic peoples, because they are their enemies, so to speak, as they did with the Armenian people. So this is what they plan. They're going to create a new world war, and all these events are going to be developing. A new ice age is also coming in the future around 2030, and people simply, you have to be calm about the situation. Do not be scared. Do not believe what the TV tells you to do. What the police, the military, you already know they are traitors, and they are controlled by the Freemasons and all these people. So do not believe them. They only want to bring you towards death, and for now the most important thing is to use your will and say no to these events, to this war, to this plan. And basically you have to start being more spiritual. Start reading the stories about yogis, about mystics, and start developing your spiritual self. You simply need to seek the truth, and this is the truth of what is going to happen. It may or may not occur, but it is very possible that it is going to go down that way, and hopefully for everyone. This is an age of change for humanity, and we're going to start entering a new age, thanks to the catastrophes and the nature who is going to clash against the human consciousness, and it's going to open the consciousness of people and make people realize the truth. Thanks for watching.